Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 344 of the Level Up program and day number 54 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practicing of shooting the dice at the craps table as well as playing a blue-collar craps style of play. On the YouTube side of things here, we got Uncle Hoku checking in, number 1. He says, Tea Leaf Power to all. And then we got Lazy Dog, Randy Hill, OMC Craps, Red, and Danny from Puck Off. So good morning and happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully it's going to be a great weekend, and we'll be able to work a little bit more on the table build this weekend. So that is the goal. We'll see how that goes and see how far we get. I will not be able to get a video out this Sunday on the next part of the table build. Unfortunately, it'll probably be next week Sunday because we ran into a wrinkle this last week, and I had to do some more research in order to progress the table build a little bit further. We got Frida checking in. Good morning, Frida. So again, we're going to stick with this 2V dice set, and that is the 2-1-2-4 dice set is where we start off with. That's the cousin 1. The cousin 2 is the 2-4-2-1, which we may change to if we see some warning signs early on or anytime throughout the day, actually. If you're playing along with Crapsee, make sure you hit that live link, and that'll bring you right to the table that we're playing on for Crapsee. And then also, if you're in Crapsee, hopefully you're watching the YouTube live link as well. Good morning, Old Man Earl checking in, Centerfield 9. So good morning, good morning. Let's get started here. $15 pass line bet. And we will call this all bet set. 17 people on Crapsee, 19 people watching here, 8 likes, and dice out. So again, we're practicing for our trip in a couple weeks down to Joliet, which is a 14-foot table. So we're shooting from the 10-foot 4-inch mark on the table. Dice out. A little bit of a high bounce to get started with, but we have an Ace Deuce Alfredo sauce, pass line loser, but that is a mark to ATS. So Ace Deuce, and we're going to have to come back up on that pass line bet for $15. Again, we're going to go with the 2-1-2-4. That last roll was a single pitch away on that left die. And what we had a 2, which is a primary on the right side. So single pitch of the dice on axis. Call this all bet set. And dice out. And I did do about 5 or 6 warm-up throws this morning. Again, a little bit of a high bounce, but we have a 3-3 hard 6 to double degen this time. So let's mark the point 6, and we'll get the show started here. So once again, we're going to stick with the same strategy that we've been with the whole week. I'm practicing for the Joliet trip, which is a $15 table. Hopefully it does not go up higher than that. I know if we go to the Hollywood, that they might even have a $10 table there. Depends on what time of the day and how busy it is there. But anyway, we're going to go with 96 across bet level here. $15 on the 4-5. 9 and 10, 18 on that 8, $15 pass line covers that 6. We're going to take 1 hit. We'll pressure the number hit as well as the sister. The second number, hopefully this press up number that'll give us enough to come down on the bets. If not, we'll press that one again and the sister, and then the third one will definitely bring us into the profit zone. So all bets set here, and dice out. 2-1. 2-3, that was an implosion on the left eye, by the way, on that last throw. And it was a single pitch towards us. So implosion and a single pitch towards us is a safe result on that cousin 1 set. Dice out. A little bit long on the throw, and we have an end to the roll right away. 6-1-7. Oops, that was a 6-1, not a 4-1. 6-1-7. Ouch. And I have found that if my the throw does go up almost tight against the back wall, that normally does produce a 7. Usually it's the 4-3 variety. So unfortunately, shooter number 1 comes to an end. Good morning, Joel. Checking in, JR22. So short row, let's change that right here. I'm not going to really analyze that last one too much because that was a poor landing zone area. A little bit too long on the landing zone. Again, we're going to go $15 pass line bet. And I'm going to go 5 on the small, 5 on the tall. Let's pick up a $2 craps check. That seemed to do wonders for us yesterday, starting off this way. And the second shooter, we had a 19 roller yesterday. And we'll call this all bet set. Days out. They cross on us. We have a 3-5-8, the great 8. So I've been having, they're bouncing really high today. They're getting almost to that top level on the diamonds, which I'm not really happy to see. I like to see it stay a little bit lower on the diamonds on the back wall there. But that's another implosion on that left die. And it's a double pitch on the right die. So that is a safe result. 2-1-2-4 is what we'll go again with. We're going to go 96 across again. And that's $15 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 18 on the 8. Last time we had the point, I believe, of 6. This time we have a point of 8. And all bet set. Good morning, Mike. Checking in 85 Bears. I was watching a Packer video last night of their 2010 Super Bowl run. That was a pretty interesting video. They saw it. Kind of a weird bounce off the back wall, but we have 4-2-6 Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that'll be hit number 1 for us. And that's going to allow us to pressure that 6 up to $30. And then we'll put $15 in pass line odds on. We got to lock that 6 and 8 in. There we go. So that was an explosion this time on that left die. And that was our first explosion for the day in a primary on the right side. So that's a safe result. 2-1-2-4 is what we're going back with, cousin 1. And Leadham's checking in. Good morning. No apologies needed, my friend. And all bet set. They saw 21 people watching on YouTube, and we got 11 likes already. Thank you very much, everyone. They saw it. And I like the way that one rolled into the back wall. We have another 6-2-4-6 Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So if I get every one of them to land like that and roll into the back wall like that, that is what I am hoping for. So that's a repeat dice combination. And that's enough to get out of the shooter. Actually, we're going to, what do we do here, guys? Because we're on the tall and the small, that's going to throw my numbers off a little bit. If I'm not playing the tall or small, I would be out of the shooter on that roll. We're going to come down, and we'll just take one hit and collect the next one. So we're going to go $18 on that 6. We're going to use the $15 pass line bet. We'll go 15 on the field, and then we're going to hop the 5s for $1 a piece. Yeah, let's do that. So as it sits right now, we have $54 brought back to rack. We have $60 on the table. So we're only into the shooter for $6 now. So again, we're going to 2-1-2-4 for our dice set. And that last one was a primary on the top left side. And that was a single pitch away on the right side. So that's a safe result, single pitch of the dice. All bet set. Dice out. And we have a 2, 3, 5, the Justice 5. So I'm glad we hopped that 5. That's essentially going to be a $15 win because we lose the one hop bet, but we win on the other one. So we only lost $1 off of that. So we're going to go back up again. We're going to repeat that bet. $15 field bet, 18 on the 6. We'll go hop the 5s for $1 a piece. That was a primary on that left side once again, and that was a single pitch towards us on the right die. So we went from a single pitch away to a single pitch towards us between the two different rolls. And we're going to call that all bet set. 53 brought back to the rack, 60 on the table. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone. 5, 2, 7. Dang it. So that is a warning sign. So we're going to switch it over to that cousin 2 set, which is this week we've had longer rolls on the cousin 2 set anyhow. So that was a double pitch on that left die. And that was a primary on the right side. So that was a double pitch of the dice, which I don't like to see that a lot. Actually, we're going to stay with the 2, 1, 2, 4 set, but we're going to roll the dice away 1/4 turn. So we're going to go with a 1, 5, 4, 5 dice set. We'll see if that changes things up a little bit here. So that way, if that does double pitch on us again, it doesn't matter because that will not produce a 7 on that double pitch here. So actually, it will. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go 1, 5, 4, 5 here. And all bets set. Dice up. Good morning to Baldo. Shooter number 3. Let's get a little bit longer than a 5 roller. Dice up. They split apart in midair. We have a 2, 5 on a come out. That's a pass line winner, a natural. So dice split apart in midair as they left my fingers. They still flew uniform. So I'm not really sure what that's about. 2, 1, 2, 4. Again, we're going to roll it away. We'll go with a 1, 5, 4, 5. And that last one was a single pitch towards us on the left die and a single pitch away on the right die. So a double pitch of the dice. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. 1, 5, 4, 5. And we got a 5, 2, 7. Okay, that's not working for us. Again, pass line winner, natural. Come out 7. So again, that was a 5, 2. So that was a single pitch. That was a double pitch of the dice again. Darn it. Let's do. Go back to the 2, 1, 2, 4. And if I do that, it's going to go. That'll be safe if I do that same 2, 1, 2, 4. The double pitch will be a safe result the way we have it set up with the 2V on top here. So $30 brought back to the rack so far, and we'll go dice out. And another, oh my God. There's 3 7s in a row. That's not a good start to the day here, guys. Our 7s are going out the rough. So we need to change things up a little bit here somehow. Let's, the last one, the landing zone was off a little bit. So that was a implosion of the left die, single pitch away on the right side. We did make $45 here though so far. So we'll call this all bet set. Stick with that $15 pass line bet. And that's out. And if you are playing the come out game smart, you could be increasing your bets there and you could have made a little bit of money off of those 3 rolls there. And there we go. We got 2, 4, 6. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. And what I did different, like I said, we changed things up. I was aiming here. That time I aimed a little bit more towards the center of the table. And that's going to hopefully get a little bit different action off the dice off the back wall. So that was the change that we did make. Good morning, Ryan. All about these rolls. Thanks for the reminder, my friend. But we're going to change it up here. It is going to work. We're going to go with, let's go right into our normal strategy. And because we have $45 brought back to the rack already, so let's assume that we made our profit and we're going to go right up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hop the 5s for $1 a piece again. We're going to go $18 on the 8. We'll pick a $15 field bet. That's $45 brought back to rack. 50 on the table currently. So we're only into the shooter for $5. And what we'll do is that first hit we'll bring back to the rack. And that'll put us in profit. So 2, 1, 2, 4. And dice out. And we'll try to use the same landing zone as what we did the last time. And we have a 369, the center field 9, and that is perfect. That'll be what we need to get into that profit zone. So now we are in the profit for this shooter. Because we're going to just bring that back to the rack. So now we've got $58 brought back. We have $50 on the table because we're hopping those 5s again for $1 a piece. And now this is where we're going to start spreading out. So our next hit, we'll pick up that 5 so we don't have to hop them anymore. And then we'll pick up the 9, and then the 4 and 10. So we're sticking with a $15 pass line bet, $15 field, $18 8, hop the 5s for $1 a piece. 2, 1, 2, 4, cousin 1 set. All bet set. We're up to 31 people watching, 11 likes. Make sure you give me that thumb up, please. Hit that like button and show your appreciation for live craps play. Peace out. Dice hit the back wall. They split apart when it came off, but we have a 3-3 hard 6 to double degen. So that is our point hit. So we're coming out looking for a new point. And I think we found a change today that we needed to make to get away from those 7s. We changed the focus point at the back of the wall. So instead of going straight down the table, we're going a little bit more towards the center of the table. And that's just giving a little bit different action off the dice. Although the last one did split apart, which is not a normal reaction for me, but we'll stick with that. $15 pass line bet. We got $56 brought back to the rack. And let's call that all bets set. Looking for a new point. We're on shooter number 3. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone. We have a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So we're pounding the 6s and 8s right now, which is kind of dangerous for where I'm at with my betting. It would be nice if we were just on the 6s or the 96 across bet level, but we're not. So we're going to go $15 pass line bet. And we are going to go with $18 6. And let's put, we're going to hop those 5s for $1 a piece yet. We still need to make that extra hit so we can come back down off that hop bet. So $1 a piece on those 5s. 56 brought back to the rack, 50 on the table. We'll go 2, 1, 2, 4. That last one was an explosion of the left die and a single pitch away on the right die, which is a safe result of the dice for the cousin one set. All bet set. Dice out. A little bit short on the landing zone this time. Hey, we got the 1-1-2, the Magic Aces. And that is perfect for us because that field pays double. And it also is a ATS, one of the bookends. We don't have anything on the ATS, so if you are playing for that, that'll hopefully help you. Involves asking if anybody else is suffering from not being able to move the needle on the probable random chi-square test labeled in Bone Tracker. I honestly, Navaldo, when I was recording everything in Bone Tracker earlier on in the Level Up series, I had a hard time with that chi-square as far as the quality of my throws, at least what it was saying. I know that I moved on to tracking just my SOR, my SRR, my BSR, and I'm doing all that manual in an Excel spreadsheet. I will probably go back to using Bone Tracker though once we complete the black belt series, and not so much for the chi-square test label, but more so for analyzing the dice results and suggesting different dice sets. Once we get done with the black belt level here, we're going to have a pretty decent idea on how the 2V, 3V cross sixes dice family respond to our throws and how we can make adjustments from there. We know that the hard way set, the double pitch is the bad thing on that. Otherwise, we can predict our rolls off of that. And then the all 7 set is is the third dice set family that we can go through and analyze and that. But that's where I would probably use the Bone Trackers more for that type of stuff. But we're getting off track here a little bit. Let's pick up $15 on that 5. We got 18 on the 6. We have a $15 pass line bet, $15 field bet, $84 brought back to the rack, 63 on the table. We're going to pick up also 15 on that 9. So that way we are at 84 brought back, 78 on a table. All we need to do is pick up that 4 and 10, and then we'll be all the way across. That was a single pitch away in that left die, and an explosion on the right die. So single pitch away and an explosion is a safe result for the dice. Because of one set. Dice out. But that's just my opinion with the Bone Tracker. Ooh, way shorter in the landing zone. We got lucky. We got a 2, 4, 6. The Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. Again, same dice result as what we did a couple times earlier on here. So that is a local or daily strong number so far. And again, primary on the left side, single pitch on the right side. So that was a single pitch of the dice. That was $6 brought back to rack. We're going to go same bet here. We're not going to pressure anything or, whoops. We're not going to pressure anything or I'm trying to make a fix here. Okay. We're not going to do anything with our bets, anything different. So we're going to save the $15 field bet, $15 on the 5 and 9, 18 on the 6, $15 pass line bet. Yeah, that's good, Navaldo. Again, you have to find what works out best for you. Everybody's different, and everybody has a different approach to doing their dice shooting journey. The level up program is what I've chosen to do, and again, I've never taken any dice training classes. This is all stuff that I've learned from other YouTubers, watching other people live in person, and putting together what works best for me. We have a 415. That would be the trucking camper. And I know that there's other people that are on the same journey as I am that are using a similar approach to what I've been teaching, and has worked out well for them. I know Coach Joe is one of them. He's taken a more cautious approach than what I have, a little bit slower journey, which is what works best for him. So that's awesome. But you got to make it yours. 26 people watching, 13 likes, 28 people on Crapsee. Oh, we're up to 28 people on YouTube now. It had a little bit of a jump. Again, we're going to stick with the same bet here. That was only $6 brought back in the rack. We have 96 brought back, 78 on the table. All bets set. Perfect hit now would be a 2, 12, or a 9, because that all pays out double. Pays out. And we have a 4, 2-2 hard for the Ian Double Deuce, or 2-2 is going to cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So Brian had monthly review last night. It's been a couple months since he's done one, but he had an interesting story. If you guys watch his live feed from last night, his live show, and you go about halfway into the show itself, he talks about a situation that happened to him as he was departing the boat. I forget what they call it. Embarkment is getting on a boat. Whatever, leaving the boat, the last day of his last cruise, and he had a very interesting situation occur. So make sure you check out his video and find out what happened to him. We're going to pick up that 4 for $15. Everything else stays the same. 111 brought back to the rack, 93 on the table. We need that 3 for the small. All bets set. Thanks, on. Let's see if we can get an ace deuce here. And we did not get an ace deuce, but we got a 3-2-5, justice 5. And that one, my landing zone was off. I'm trying to get a little bit more closer to the center of the table. It went almost straight down, which is my normal landing zone where I normally throw it. So that'll be $21 brought back to the rack. So basically an extra $6. We'll go back up on that field bet again. 117 brought back, 93 across, or 93 on the table. Again, 2-1, 2-4. That last one was a primary on the top on the right side, and we have a implosion on the left side. Thank you, Ryan. Deparcation. I'm having a trouble saying words today. Unreal. So notice he hasn't taken any courses either, but he's thinking about taking one. Feel like you're on a treadmill, not progressing. Sometimes all it takes is just having somebody watch your throw, Navaldo, and give you suggestions for improvement as well. I know that I get into roots as well, and everyone of you guys have seen that. And that's part of going live every day, that you actually everything's transparent in that. But last week Friday, so a week ago, George from CY was watching my show, and he does routinely make comments or suggestions for improvement for me. We'll call this all bet set, by the way, here, and we'll go all bet and dice out. Routinely makes comments on my throws, suggestions for improvement, stuff like that. And I got a bug crawling across my table. Not anymore. We got bug juice. Jeremy from Colorado had elf juice. We have elf blood. We have bug juice. But I took those suggestions and it actually improved my throw. And they were actually, here we go, guys. We got that small 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So let's light up half that screen green. But anyhow, George made the suggestions, and the suggestions that he made were just basic improvements that I can do. And they were things that I already knew, but I've been neglecting following it. And all it took was his reminder, and I've been consistent with that this week. And we've had some pretty decent rolls. We've also had some very short rolls. Thank you, Kent. But again, sometimes it all takes is just somebody watching and making a suggestion for improvement. So let's pick up that 10 for $15. That way we can come off that field bet. Now we're going to start trend betting up. 132 brought back to rack 93 in a table. Our goal is to get up to $1,800 today, and we're almost, if I took everything off the table at right now, we would be slightly above where we started today, because remember that first shooter, we lost money on that. So we'll go all bets set here. They saw 2124, and I'm rambling away today, so I apologize for that if I'm taking too long to throw the dice for everybody. And damn, at 617. So isn't that always the case? Right after a part of the ATS, that 7 comes out. So if you're playing the ATS, you would have got paid off on that. We only hit 2 of the tall numbers on that last roll, so they're mostly all on the small side of the thing. We made $39, so we need a little bit of comeback here. Headed for the cage, says Red. Awesome. 325 meets your goal. That is perfect. And I will take a loaf. If you want to send it to my address, I think you have that. He's making some homemade bread, he goes. So 2124. And that is a smart idea. If you make your goal, get off the damn table. Get to the cage, cash it out, take a break, eat, make some bread as Red is doing. Yeah. So all bets set here. Dice out. Shooter number 4. That last one was a decent roll, 58 roll quality points. And here we go. And we have an ace deuce again, 2-1-3 craps. Pass line loser and a come out. Oh, here we are again, guys. And we got through the 8:30 delay on that thing. We're back to excellent conditions. Sorry if there's any struggles on your side, but we got past that. I don't know what it is today. That time usually was at 8:25. Now it's at 8:33 that it happened. Wow. Okay. But anyhow, we had a explosion on that right die in that last one. We had a primary on top on the left side, and again we're gonna go $15 pass line bet. 27 people still on Crapsee, 34 watching, only 15 likes. So that means only half of you guys are liking this show. So all bets set. Dice out. Ooh, that left one popped up and flew way over. We have a 628, and that is the Duracell 8. Duracell says go out and support free live content and give that thumbs up where deserved. And that was a single pitch towards us on the left die. That was a primary on the right side. So that is a safe result. We are going to go again, 96 across. $15 on a 4-5, 9 and 10, 18 on a 6. Our 8 is covered on the pass line with a $15 pass line bet. And all of our points so far have been, at least our come out points have been either the 6 or 8 today. So that's interesting. The other day we hit 16 nines out of 56 throws. And then the day prior to that we hit a ton of 9s as well. So 9 was an early favorite for the week. And another ace deuce Alfredo sauce. That does nothing for our bets. That is a strong number today. Almost makes you want to put a field bet out there just in case, but we're going to stick with what we got. Single pitch away on the left side, primary on the right side, both dice on axis, single pitch of the dice. Good morning, Kent. So you are going to be there the same weekend. Okay, good. Big AZ will be in town. He'll be coming in May 31st at night, probably. And he said that he'll be playing on 6/1 on June 1st at Joliet. And we'll meet at the Harrah's Casino. So we'll go all bet set here. So we meet at the Harrah's Casino. And I know I like playing at the Hollywood Casino or Hollywood Casino. I like playing at their table, the one on the right side as you're coming down on the escalators. And we have a 314. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So that left eye popped way off. That was a little bit long on that landing zone, a little bit close to the back wall. So kind of got lucky, but that left one popped way back. So yeah, definitely come up, Kent, and say hi to me and everybody else. Big AZ is really easy to talk to. He'll be there. I'm sure Arnell from Dice Grinders will be there. Corey, Sith Lord SB will be there. I'm sure Rich will be there. Fuzzy will be there. Coach Joe will be there. Brian Fliegel will be there from Green Bay. Who else am I expecting to be there? Fuzzy. I think I don't know if I mentioned Fuzzy. Just a whole host of people. There's a newer player that plays with those guys down there. His name is Eddie. He's been a really good shooter. He's hit some really big rolls lately. So there's been a lot of people down there in that. So Nissan says just roll already. We threw a 4 in the last. We're going to go $25 on the 4, $25 on the 10. It is Friday, Nissan. We are having fun, and we are going to roll into the weekend and hopefully make some money here. So we got a 2-1, 2-4, and dice out. And we have a 2-3-5, Justice 5. So that'll be hit number 2 for the shooter for us. And we're going to pressure that 5 and 9 up to $25 as well. So next one will be coming down. Next hit. That was a primary on the left side. That was a single pitch towards us on the right side. That is a safe result. 28 people playing at Crapsee, 31 people watching, 18 likes, and all bets set. Cousin one set 2-1-2-4. Dice out. And we have a 6-5 mid-mo yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. So some days I throw a ton of those mid-mo yos, some days not so much. That's our first one for the day, I believe. And again, we're hitting primarily the small sides here today. 2-1, 2-4. So that last one was a single pitch towards us and a double pitch on the right side. Single pitch towards us on the left side is ultimately a single pitch of the dice. And we got all bets set here. Dice out. And we have a 156, the KitchenAid mixer. So that is the third hit that we're looking for. Now we're able to come back down on our bets. So marked it in Crapsee 156. That's going to be $69 brought back to the rack. We're going to go to $18 on that 6. We're going to go $15 on the field. We'll go $15 on the 5 right away. So that's going to be $69 brought back, 63 on the table. So we're in the profit once again on this shooter. So 2-1-2-4 is the dice set. That last one was a single pitch away on the right side, double pitch. I'm sorry, single pitch away on the left side, double pitch on the right side. And all bets set. Days out. Ooh, way high energy on that left eye. 4-4 heart 8 square pair. So that'll be $6 brought back to the rack. That is the point. So we'll be coming out looking for a new point. And yeah, that was a wash for us. $15 made on the 8, $15 lost on the field. So we're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. And that kind of bounced off pretty harshly off that back wall. So that was an explosion of the left eye, single pitch away in the right eye, which is a safe result. All bet set. Nice out. Nice split apart in midair. 145, and that would be the truck and camper. So let's mark the point of 5. So changing that focal point at the end of the table made a huge difference in our throws today. Getting closer to having a consistent landing zone. 2-1-4. That was a single pitch away on the on both dice. That was a primary on the front side. Point is 5, so we're gonna take that $15 off the 5. We'll put it on the 8 and make it look like 18. And again, we're gonna go with a $15 field bet. And we'll call that all bet set. 69 brought back, 66 on the table, and we are going to be looking for field hits now so we can start spreading across. Dice out. A little bit left on the landing zone that time, and the result is a 3-4-7. So we got out of the shooter, made a couple dollars, not much of a profit, but that is a 7. Ouch. Dang it. Yesterday, I put a stack of chips right where I'm throwing so I can get used to that as well as throwing and practicing having something in front of me, especially since we increased the distance away from the back wall. We're going to go again, 2-1-2-4. And 15. We're not going to play a line bet this time. We're going to keep it without the line bet. So let's call this all bet set. Days out. Ooh, veered off to the right. We got a 5-3-8, great 8. 8 will be our point. So again, we're continuing on that 6 or 8 come out points. So we're marking the 8. Mark the point of 8. Yeah, that's a great suggestion, Joel. Putting landmines on a table, so that way we can avoid that as well. One of the things that I've done is because my local in Green Bay, the pass line is way up here. So, and that's usually where I was usually landing the dice in this area. So what I did is I actually pulled it back a little bit. I'm able to jump over that. And that's one of my corrections that I made with landmines and that. But landmines do throw me off a little bit. We're going to go 96 across here. $15 on 4, 5, 9, and 10. 18 on 6 and 8. Landmines do throw the focal point off of my throw, especially when somebody comes in mid-roll. That just irritates me at the table. Dice out. Just irritates me. 2-2 hard 4. We have a 2-2 hard 4. That's Ian double deuce. 2-2. Let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. Yeah, when they come in mid-roll, that really irritates me because that really throws you off, and then you got to change things around a little bit. Good morning, Brian. So we're going to go $25 on the 4, $25 on the 10. We'll make those buy bets. That's primary on the left side, primary on the right side. So we'll stick with 2124. Yeah, I agree with you, Joel. One of the benefits of going down to Juliet is we usually monopolize a table, so we're able to clear those landmines from the end of the table because we're pretty considerate of each other. So that is one benefit of when we go down to Illinois at the end of the month here. Dice out. A little bit flat on the throw, and we got a 5-2-7. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So let's do this. That was shooter number 5. We're gonna go with 8 shooters today. 8 shooters today. If we run a little bit long, that's fine. John is not running his show today. He will be back on Monday. So we're going to go to shooter number 8, whether that takes us another hour or whether that takes us 13 minutes, which is left of the show here. Let's change our style of betting around a little bit here. Let's go with $5 small, $5 tall. Let's go $20 on the pass line. Let's go with a $3 craps check. And we'll call it all bet set. And then we're going to do a 160 Dallas drawdown, I think. So here we go. And we have Magic Aces 112. So that is one of the bookends, which I'm fine with because I'm protected on the craps check with that. And we also have the small bet. So that was actually a money maker for me here. We made $1 on that. So we're going to repeat our bet here. Again, 2-1-2-4. That was a single pitch away on the left die and a explosion on the right die, which is a safe result. So all bets set here. Dice out. And we have a 2-4-6, the Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So let's mark the point of 6. Two, 1, 2, 4. So we've primarily stayed with this cousin 1 set the entire day. I think it's the first time this week we've done that. We're going to go 160 across. $25 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 30 on the 8. Let's pick up $15 pass line odds. And all bets set. Face out. And we got a 3-5-8, the great 8. We got lucky that left die or right die rolled way out. So 3-5-8. And that's going to allow us to come down 1 unit on all of our bets. So we're going to come down 1 unit across. We'll come take our pass line odds off. So we got $20 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 24 on the 8. It's $33 brought back, 134 on the table. And that was an implosion of that left die and a double pitch on the right die, which is a safe result. 2-1-2-4 is a die set. And I'll bet set. Result. And we got a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So that would be the 6. And that is our point. So we hit the point. Unfortunately, we took our odds off. That's only $15 brought back to the rack. So that puts us at $53 brought back. And we're probably going to come down and do 96 across for one hit once we get a new point established here. So 2124. That last one was a double pitch on the left die and a explosion on the right die. Safe result. And we're going to bring our pass line now down to $15. And we'll call it all bet set. Days out. They stay cross on us. We're back on that 6-2-4-6. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that's 3 6s out of 4 throws. That's interesting. So keeping that in mind, let's go $15 pass line odds. We'll pull everything else down 1 unit. So we're down to that 96 cross with that level on top on the box numbers. 15 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10. 18 on the 8. Let's see if we can do a Buckeye buckshot here. That would be nice. 2-1-2-4 is the dice set. And all bet set. Dice out. And we have a 3-6-9 center field 9. There's that 9 we were hitting earlier in the week. Haven't thrown, that's only the second one today. Yesterday that happened too, where didn't throw many 9s till the end, and then we started throwing a lot of them. So that is $74 brought back to the rack. Let's do this now. Let's go 66 on the inside. So we're going to take our bets down. We'll go to 66 on the inside bet level. That's going to be $15 on 5 and 9, 18 on that 8. And that's $73 on the table because of the small and the tall. 74 brought back. So we're into profit by $1. And now we'll just start trend betting up. We'll get to that 5-unit level. And if that 5-unit level hits the second time, we'll spread out. 2-1-2-4 is the dice set. All bet set. Face out. So that was roll number 6 when we got out of the shooter. There you go. And we have a 5-4 hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So that 9 is starting up. Starting up. So that means we're just going to press that 9 up. We're going to make it look like $25. Make it look like a quarter. So we're going to put some back on the table. We'll bring some back to the rack. 95 brought back, 83 on the table. And that was a double pitch on that left die, single pitch on the right die. So ultimately, single pitch of the dice on access. And we'll call it all bet set here. Dice out. And we got a 4-6-10. That is Waylon's best friend Wayne at N. Daddy Joe. Is that our first 10 for the day? It is. Wow. We've been primarily throwing all the numbers on the small side, but this shooter is reversing it. We're starting to hit the sister sides now, which is all the talls. And again, that was an explosion on that left die, and that was an implosion on the left die, on the right die. So we had a double. We had a 4. Yeah, so that was a drift left of the dice. Had a brain fart there for a little bit. That did nothing for our bets. So we'll call this all bet set here. Dice out. 2, 1, 2, 4 is a dice set. And we have a 3-3 hard 6 to Ian. Or I'm sorry, the double D-Gen. 3-3 hard 6 double D-Gen. We've done double D-Gen a couple times already today. So that is our point. We hit the point right away. That's nice. So that's another $15 brought back. 110 brought back to the rack. 83 on the table. And we're approaching getting back to that break-even point for the day. Started at 1646. We're at 1594 if I took everything off the table. Well, the first shooter, and then I think it was the that fifth shooter really hurt us. So the first shooter and the fifth shooter really brought us back down. $15 pass line bet, all bets set. Face up. 2, 1, 2, 4. A little bit long in the landing zone. 3, 4, 7 on a come out. Unfortunately, that's going to reset that ATS. And which really doesn't matter because we didn't have too many variety of numbers on there. So we're not going to go back up on it again. But we get paid out $15 on the pass line. So we're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. That was a natural. That was an implosion on the left eye, single pitch away on the right eye, which is a warning sign. So we'll keep an eye open on that. 2, 1, 2, 4 is the dice set. And I'll bet set here. They saw it. Looking for a point. Ooh, dice cross right at the end. We have a 4, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend win at end. Big Ben. So our new point is 10. And we're going to pick up that 6 for $18. So we have 91 on our table, 115 brought back to the rack. 2, 1, 2, 4. That last one was an implosion on the left die and an explosion on the right die, so we drift the left again. All bet set. Base out. Low on the trajectory, we have a 2, 4, 6. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So let's pressure that 6 up to $30. Bring some back, put some on the table. $136 brought back, 103 on the table. 2, 1. That was a primary on the left side, single pitch away on the right side, so ultimately single pitch of the dice. 2, 1, 2, 4 is the dice set. And here we go. Dice out. And we have a 1, 3, 4, the Big Joe from Crapsee Journey. So 1, 3, 4. And that does nothing for our bets because we're not on the 4 or 10. We're just on the inside numbers right now. Single pitch away on the left die, and that was a single pitch towards us on the right die. So that was a double pitch of the dice. Gotta be careful for that. We'll keep an eye open. 28 people still playing at Crapsee. We're still at 30 people on YouTube. 20 likes. So we got 10 more people to give likes here, guys. Please give me that thumbs up before you leave for the day. 2, 1, 2, 4, dice out. Short on the landing zone, we have another 2, 4, 6. Kevin the Carpenter, 2x4. So that is going to be enough. So that's a 5-unit bet. And instead of pressuring at 6 up, we're going to pick up that 4 for $15. So that way we are all the way across here and we can start trend betting up no matter what number it hits. 171 brought back to the rack, 118 on the table. If I took everything off, we would actually be in profit finally for the day. So we dug our way out. Hopefully we keep on going here and we can keep on digging out and get to goal. 2, 1, 2, 4 is the dice set. That last one was a primary on top and a single pitch on the left side. That was a single pitch away on the right side. So single pitch of the dice on axis. Dice out. They split apart a little bit. We have a 2, 6, 8, the Duracell 8. Go out, support free live craps. So let's make that 8 look like $30. So we're at 1676. Need $124 to get to our goal for the day, which has taken us a while to get to that point. Even though we've had some decent rolls, the quality of the rolls have been mediocre at best at times. Shooter number 3 had good quality. Shooter number 6 has good quality. Shooter number 4 only had medium to low quality, even though it was a double-digit throw. So all bets set, basically. And we have a 6-5 mid-mo yo. So I did not go up on that ATS again, and we're getting close to hitting it again. This time on the tall side, we need that 9 and 12 for the tall. Again, the whole first half of the show, we're hitting all the small numbers. Now we're starting to switch over to the tall numbers. 2 and 2, 4. That last one was a single pitch towards us on the left die. Double pitch on the right die, which is a single pitch of the dice. All bets set. Dice out. And we have 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. So that is our point. Hit the point. And we're going to come out again looking for a new point. So that's an extra $15 brought back to the rack. We're at 207 brought back, 130 currently on the table. All of our box numbers are turned off. We're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. 2, 1, 2, 4. And we're at $16.91 for our bankroll. So if we can get $108, we will be at goal. So our goal was actually $160 profit today. And it's taken a little bit to get to that. So we have 2, 1, 2, 4, looking for a new point, dice out. The dice split apart when I left my fingers just slightly. We got lucky. That left eye did roll away. 639 center field 9. So our new point will be a 9. And let's do this one. So let's take that $25 off the 9. Let's put 15 on the 10. And let's pick up $15 pass line odds since that 9 has been pretty hot for this week. 207 brought back to rack, 135 on the table. 2, 1, 2, 4. I'll bet set. Dice out. And we have a 347. Ouch, darn it. So I just had a little bit of a distraction. It said that my OBS disconnected, then reconnected. I don't know about this OBS program lately, but all we need is that 12 at a time. We did not get it. So $72 profit. And we're going to go with shooter number 7 here. I think we're just going to go to the end of shooter number 7. That was a sharpshooter that paid on that last roll. So we'll finish up this shooter number 7, and we'll call that the day then after that. I know I said I was going to go through 8 shooters, but we're going to call it after that, I think. But again, $15 pass line bet. 27 people still playing at Crapsee. We're up to 32 people here watching on YouTube. And all bets set. Good morning, Clay, checking in. Awesome. Thanks so much. And we have a 268, the Duracell 8, so let's mark the point of 8. Remember on the left side, that's an implosion on the right side. And we're going to do something different this time again. We're going to go 96 across, bet low, 15 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, 18 on a 6. So we're going to do pressure on the first 3 hits. And then we'll come back down to something. I'm not really sure what we're going to come down to. So 2, 1, 2, 4. And all bets set here. Base out. And we have 3, 5, 8, the grade 8. So we have a Buckeye buckshot. So that's not going to be enough to do pressure across because it's only a $15 return there. But we'll stick with that $15 pass line bet. That was an implosion of the left eye, double pitch on the right eye. $15 pass line bet. We'll look for a new point here coming out. Nice out. And we have a 145, the trucking camper. I think that's the first time we've had no, it's the second time we've had a 5 as a point. Second time today. So we're going to take that $15 off that 5. We'll move that over to the 8, make it look like $18. And we have $15 brought back already. So we'll go 2, 1, 2, 4. And we'll go all bet sets. That's out. And we have Magic Aces 112. That does nothing for our bets. Single pitch away on the left side. That was an explosion on the right side. So explosion with a single pitch away is a safe result. So we will call it all bet set. Days out. And we have 369 center field 9. So that's the sister number of the point. So with that, now we're going to go 22 inside pressure. Actually, be 17 pressure because we have the 5 covered already as a point. So we're going to go inside pressure 1 unit. Make the 6 and 8 look like $24, and 9 looks like 20. We're still at 15 on the 4 and 10. So that would be hit and pressure number 1. So we're going to try to pressure it 3 times before we come back down, depending on how much we bring back to the rack. So all bets set. Days out. Ooh, veered off to the left. We got lucky. We got a 145 trucking camper, so we hit that point again. Wow. So we might be looking for a fired bet here. See if we can get a 3rd unique point. That would be interesting. We're going to stick with that $15 pass line bet. All of our box numbers are turned off. That was a single pitch away on the left die, single pitch away on the right die, so ultimately a primary on the front side. And we'll call it all bet set. They saw it. Ooh, that left die bounced out, kicked out. 617 on a come out, so that's a pass line winner in natural. So the roll continues. Again, we'll stick with that $15 pass line bet. 2124. Some people would use that money to help press up their pass line or press up some of the other bets and kind of play that come out game. We are not doing that today. Days out. And we got a 639 center field 9, so it's marked a point of 9. So we're on this sister number now. And that is a 3rd unique point. So let's see if we can Buckeye buckshot that. We'll take that $20 off the 9. We'll put that over on the 5. And we're still looking for hit number 2 for this shooter. We hit the point twice already, so that kind of slows down the progress a little bit on the hits. 2124. And all bet set. Days out. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the microphone. I have the grandchild's running across the ceiling here. And we have a 538, the great 8. So that'll be hit number 2. And let's see where that brings us. Brings us with $94 back to the rack. So let's bring our bets down. We're going to go 96 across, and we're just going to start pressuring up then from there. So we're going to be $94 brought back to rack, 96 across, $15 on a 4-5, and 10, 18 on a 6 and 8. And now we can start trend betting up here. We're only into the shooter for $2. So we went one less hit than what I was hoping to take. And the only reason I'm doing this is because we are getting pretty far into the roll here. So all bets set. And dice out. Way shorter than that landing zone, and that is the roll. That is the end of the roll. So we came down at the right time. 617. Ouch. So let's go through our statistics for the day here after we get this entered into Crapsee. Our day on Crapsee, we lost a couple dollars, even though we had some decent rolls. The quality of the rolls were not quite as nice as what I would like to see them. But we had a 3, 5, a 14, 10, a 3, a 19, and a 10. So decent rolls for lengthwise. The quality of the rolls was average. We only had 2 rolls that were actually decent quality, and those are the ones that actually brought us back from the ones that we lost money on. So kind of a little bit of up and down for me today. SOR of 9.1, SRR of 5.35, come out 7s today. Box numbers are expected. Inside numbers are a little bit high. 4s and 10s low. Come out 7s are high. Horns and fields are low today with high hard ways. Looking at our black belt statistics through the end of yesterday, we had 2,118 throws on black belt so far with an SOR of 9.81, SRR of 6.52, and a BSR of 6.90. So let's go back to the main screen here. I'll check my chats really quick. So today I'm going to be hopefully getting back to doing that craps table. If not today, we definitely will be working on it tomorrow. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope they're safe. I hope it's fun. And I hope it's an enjoyable weekend. But hey, my name is Joe. This is my Crapsmaster dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe and be prosperous.